From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gary McKenzie. This local and regional news update is brought to you by Northway Bank. Want a Northway Bank teller to keep in your pocket? There's an app for that. Now available for iPhone and Android. Download yours today. Northway Bank with 17 locations throughout New Hampshire. The people you know, the bank you trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Conway police say at least 2 people were taken to the hospital yesterday afternoon after a rear-end collision on East Main Street near Stritch Road in Conway. Lieutenant Chris Purley says it happened shortly after 1 o'clock.
A vehicle driven by Christian James Dennehy of Butte, Montana, had stopped in traffic to turn left onto Stritch Road, and a vehicle driven by Rita H. Whittam of Loon Mountain Lane in Redstone struck Montana registered vehicle from behind. The car received extensive damage to the point of being totaled from the rear impact. Was spun on its axis. It's clearly her fault. They were stopped in traffic to turn left. She failed to perceive the vehicle and was, by her account, manipulating a windshield washer.
Whittam was driving a 2004 Chevy Tracker. She apparently was not hurt and did not require hospitalization. Center Conway Fire Rescue and Conway Ambulance responded, and the road was closed near the scene for about a half hour. Purley says Dennehy and his passenger, Joseph Polivka, also of Montana, were up and walking around after their small black VW coupe was hit. It's believed both were wearing seatbelts at the time of the collision. A short time later, the 2 men, both in their 20s, were reportedly taken to Memorial Hospital, with one complaining of neck and back pain and the other of head and shoulder pain. Both cars were towed from the scene. The road was reopened for traffic about 1:45. Carroll County has a new high sheriff. A group of law enforcement personnel, friends, and family gathered at the Carroll County Courthouse in Ossipee yesterday to watch a Superior Court judge administer the oath of office to Conway resident Dominic Ricciardi, who succeeds outgoing Sheriff Christopher Conley. Ricciardi, who previously served as a lieutenant in the sheriff's office, ran as both a Democrat and Republican for the office in November and won in a landslide, getting more than 20,000 votes. A reception followed yesterday's ceremony. In Maine news, 4 days before the House and Senate are scheduled to return to the State House for the 2013 session, the Appropriations Committee will report for duty tomorrow at leaders' request. On its agenda is a $35.5 million curtailment order signed a week ago by Governor Paul LePage. The governor says it's needed to balance the state budget for the year ending in June. Under the Republican governor's order, the Department of Health and Human Services takes the biggest hit at more than $13 million, followed by the Department of Education. While the order kicks in immediately, it still faces legislative scrutiny because lawmakers must adjust the budget to reflect the cuts. Democrats say they have lots of questions, such as its impacts on education and public health. In sports, the Portland Pirates edged the Providence Bruins 2-1 last night at the Cumberland County Civic Center. The Pirates have won 9 of their last 10 games and remain in the first place in the Atlantic Division. They'll travel to Providence tomorrow to take on the P. Bruins again. Marquette knocked off the Yukon Huskies 82-76 in overtime last night in the Big East opener for both teams. And in the weather today, partly sunny, highs 15 to 21 with light winds. Mostly cloudy tonight, not as cold with lows around 3 above zero, and mostly cloudy Friday, highs in the upper 20s. The Celtics lost last night as well. From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gary McKenzie.